touch before we look ahead to this weekend's game against Morecambe. We'll look back to last weekend's game against Scunthorpe. It was a real solid and positive performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was. Scunthorpe, I mean, they've been in poor form in terms of away from home, but at home they're 5 unbeaten, so it wasn't as an easy fixture as you'd think it was, and I thought our lads performed admirably, probably one of the best performances under my tenure. Everything that I'm after in a team: good in possession, ferocious out of possession, and a real work ethic amongst the group, and a positive body language. So no, couldn't have been more pleased with them. Only gripe would be that they didn't score more than they got. You know, they probably deserved to get 3-4 goals there against Scunthorpe, but that would be greedy.
You know, they were unbeaten in 5 at home, 3 clean sheets in that, you know, unbeaten run there. But we limited them to, I think it was just 1 shot in that game, and that was testament to yourself and to the team with how they were set up.
Yeah, limited them to 1 shot, and that was a speculative one from a corner. Ball ricochets around and they get a shot away off that. But no, our guys have been in good form. You know, it's 5 clean sheets recently. I think 6 under my tenure. So that was the aim, really, to make it difficult for teams to score against us, and we have done that. And limiting Scunthorpe to basically no shots at our goal was testament to what we've been working towards and what the lads have achieved.
And at the end of the game, I think there was 5 academy graduates on the pitch. You know, I think there's over 150 appearances been made so far this season by guys who've come through the academy. I think it's just over 60 since you've been in charge, and that's a real positive, isn't it?
Sure is, yeah. You know, I'm a big advocate of, if you're good enough, you're old enough, and these guys, they will get opportunities under me if they are training correctly, if they're preparing correctly and living their lives as they should be, and ultimately if they're good enough. And the guys that have been on the pitch have ticked every box in that aspect, and there's nothing more pleasing to give these guys opportunities and for them to take it. It's a tough ask to come into League 2 football and adapt. It's a very difficult league. It's there's a lot of randomness about it. It's very uncertain, so for these guys to come in and get their opportunity and take it, I'm absolutely delighted. And you know, the next crop coming through, I was at the academy training last night, taking an under 14s and under 15s training game, refereeing it, and that was fantastic as well. You know, you've seen the next crops of Walsall players coming through the system, and we've got some talented guys in that academy as well. And my vision for the football club, what I want to see personally, is local lads with that unique black country accent on the Banksy pitch, echoing around the stadium and making everyone proud, and that's important to me. And just watching them young lads training yesterday, or reffing them young lads training yesterday, was very humbling for me, because I can see it. I can see the players in that session who potentially could affect the first team in years to come, and that's what I want. I want young, local, black country talent on that football pitch, creating that pathway and connecting with the fans, and making everybody proud, because the fans deserve it as well. You know, we've got a special group of fan supporters here, them guys who gave the money back to the football club during a global pandemic. You know, Walsall's a working class town, and that was a really top, trying to find the right word for it, but the generosity of them guys who gave the money back should not be undervalued. That's absolutely huge. In the midst of a global pandemic, they probably couldn't even afford to do it, but they're that passionate about the football club, they're that passionate about the community, that they did do that, and that's a top act of generosity, and we need to try and repay them guys, and you know, that's what I'm looking to do.
And on the topic of youth, the one lad in that who probably had to work just ever so slightly harder than everybody else is Joe Willis. You know, he had an injury, and then to work that little bit extra to get that first professional game under his belt in League Two, and for you to give him that again, that must be another real positive.
Yeah, and another guy that deserves it. You know, Joe's had some terrible misfortune. He's obviously got injured at a critical period in his career where he's wanting to make massive strides in becoming a professional footballer, and he's got injured, and during his rehab there's been complications and put him back even further, but he's never wilted. He's got his head down. He's come back from the injury, and he's got out onto the training field, and he's applied himself day in, day out, working as hard or if not harder than any other professional footballer out there on that training ground pitch, and he fully deserves his opportunity, and you know, hopefully he's got a long, lengthy career in the game, because he's certainly got the work ethic and the grit to become a professional footballer.
And moving into this weekend's game against Morecambe, what are you expecting from them?
Probably the toughest fixture that we could have had. You know, Morecambe are a team that potentially can drop out of the top 7. Is that likely? Very unlikely, but it's a possibility. But also a team that can still go up automatically. They've very much got a live shot of going up automatically, so they're going to be fully motivated, fully concentrated, and they're a talented team. They're a team vying for top 3 automatics, and they're there on merit. Derek Adams has done a fantastic job with them, no doubt, on a small budget, and you know, he's got a cohesive team there, a team that's got an identity, got a style, and he's got them working well. So we couldn't have asked for a more difficult fixture, but I believe in my guys. They're a special group, and they won't shirk it. They won't have the flip-flops on. They'll be giving 110% to make everybody at Walsall Football Club proud, and we look forward to the fixture.
And we saw exactly what they're like as a team when we played them. I think it was back in January, but we showed that we can break them down, you know, if needs to. It's the same with any team in this division.
Very much so. Any team can beat any team in this league. We've seen that throughout the course of the season. It's about preparing correctly, applying yourself, and bringing that intensity, and we'll see where that gets us. But no, look, there's no team in the league that we fear. But obviously Morecambe are a top team, but we shall be trying to sign off our home schedule in style and trying to get 3 points.